Hello and welcome to another developer update. I'm Straz from the VRChat team, here to talk about something we've kept close to our chest for a long time, the creator economy. We first mentioned we were working on the creator economy in 2021, but we've been pretty quiet about it since then. If you're not familiar with the creator economy, it's a system we're developing to allow users to support their favorite creators directly in VRChat. Usually developer update videos discuss something that's about to be released, but that's not the case here. We don't have an exact release date or timeline to share just yet, as we want to make sure that we're getting everything right. However, we know that this is a system that many in the community care a lot about, and we wanted to share as much as we can right now, including that we'll be shortly launching a closed beta. We'll be sharing continued updates when we can, and the bi-weekly text developer updates, which you can find a link to in the description below. With that out of the way, let's get into it. VRChat has a lot of creators: avatar and world makers, streamers, role players, comedians, actors, musicians, dancers, and many, many more. There's a good chance you might be a fan of a few of them. Wouldn't it be great if you could just easily support them from within the VRChat client? Maybe even helping them turn their hobby into something that could help pay the bills. We think so, and that's the idea behind VRChat's creator economy. Now, how are we actually doing that? It's unlikely that one single solution will work for all these different creators. So, we're going to be introducing multiple ways to interact with the creator economy. First, we'll be releasing a system where you can support creators through the group system. By supporting a creator's group, you can gain access to special roles that unlock certain features and perks you otherwise wouldn't have. Additionally, world creators will be able to code in different features that dynamically change based on a user's purchases. So, for example, you could purchase access to a certain area or an item that others couldn't use. But as we said before, the intent here is to support more than just the traditional groups people think of as creators in VRChat. For example, do you usually host events in VRChat? Well, now you'll be able to host VIP events just for your supporters. All this would be happening from within VRChat. If you're a creator, that means that your supporters don't have to jump through hoops or sign up for other websites. Likewise, if you're someone that wants to support a creator in VRChat, you can do that just by clicking a few buttons in the client. Our goal is to make this as easy as possible. If you have a great time at an event, playing around in a new world, we want you to be able to say thank you without having to jump through hoops. We're very aware of how many avatar creators would love a system that makes it easier for users to find and buy their wares. Right now, though, it's complicated. We'd like to streamline that process, and we have some good ideas for how to do so, but that's something that will likely come after the initial release of the creator economy. We'll be pushing out the group-centric systems first. While we have a pretty good idea of how we'd like things to work internally, we're going to keep the specifics under wraps for now. Once again, check the bi-weekly dev updates for ongoing development information. Earlier, we'd mentioned that there's going to be a closed beta for the creator economy. We wanted to talk a bit about that, as it's going to look very different from other betas for us. First, when we say closed beta, we really mean it. We only intend on inviting 10 to 20 creators at first. Up until now, we've been testing these systems internally, but before releasing them to the public, even in a beta format, we want to make sure that they both actually work and that creators find them easy to use. That first point can't be stressed enough. We have to make sure that this system is solid at launch, as people will be putting their real, actual money into it. A bug could mean someone is losing their money into the code void, and we obviously don't want that. Second, we don't want to release something that might seem awesome to us, but that our top creators think is junk. As with all creator-based systems, we want to ensure that they actually interface well with their creative processes. We want to reduce friction for creators after all, not create more of it. All of this is to say that the beta is for, well, testing. For anyone that isn't invited to this particular beta, the only thing that you're missing out on is a lot of jargon and probably a lot of really annoying bugs. This isn't an early access program, but rather an earnest attempt to make sure we're delivering the best possible economy we can to VRChat. As a final note, the closed beta will only be for creators based in the United States due to regulatory requirements. We're working on opening it up to international creators as soon as possible, but the exact timeline is a bit out of our hands. We've been working on the VRChat creator economy for a long time. We realized that the introduction of the creator economy, much like groups, has the potential to dramatically change the VRChat community. It's for that reason we've been carefully debating every aspect of the system behind the scenes for years. To be blunt, we want to make sure to get it right. For that reason, the creator economy is going to be in beta for longer than most features. It's likely that it won't be until later this year that it's released for everyone. With that said though, we'll be updating the community on its progress as the year goes on in our bi-weekly developer updates. Finally, thanks for watching, and as always, thank you for loving VRChat as much as we do.